We are here. What Bino? Finally. Yes, finally we are in Apache district and we are going to experience this culture. So head over to our Facebook page, see some of the pictures, see Anne as a Langi live, and of course Twitter and SMS on your phone 6565. But today on the show we are going to start with something very concerning, and we've been told that food is bringing a problem of domestic violence in this region. Is there anyone here who has been a victim of domestic violence, whether you're a victim or you're the one who is administering the domestic violence?
At my place there, Paris, I have one. She beat a woman seriously about food. As a result of no money, no food stock for the season. It brought domestic violence.
One scenario also happened where a man beats his wife and the kids were chased and they slept on grass in the bush.
How bad is this food scarcity? How many meals do you have in a day? Because it seems like there's a very huge problem with food. Yes.
Once in a day.
The average family?
Yes.
At around midday.
At night.
And then during supper time, that's around 8 p.m.
How serious is this problem of food scarcity? Why don't you have food? What is causing this?
Money.
But money, is it the one that digs the gardens?
No.
So why is it that there's actually no food here in Apache? What are the reasons?
One reason, in our places here,
please speak louder.
We are lacking some of the land for producing of that crop.
Lack of plan. Plan.
We have some category of people here that they only say sit and wait.
So they sit, don't go to the garden, don't work and wait. Wait for what?
They only wait for others to
Are these both women and men or men?
Mostly men.
Mostly men.
Okay, yes, madam.
And then another one is for the whole of this year, from the first season up to now, there's no enough raining. Now we are lacking a lot of food because it does not rain how it can rain like some other years ago.
The unpredictable weather condition in this region this time it is worse compared to the past. Like in the first season, a lot of farmers invested in planting peanut. But after a short time during the harvest season, you find a farmer deciding to plow down the whole field because completely there was no rain.
Has any of you ladies here been a victim of domestic violence because there was no food in their home? Madam.
I was once a victim.
How was it?
I have a man. This is a man who would refuse even to dig. I myself, I decided as a woman because I was brought to be a mother. So when he refused also to dig, I also gave up. From there, he beat me.
The family. Some women, they are not serious.
They are not serious?
They are not serious in collecting or keeping the item at home. So once the man came back from where he has gone for their leather, he found a woman, instead of keeping the food collected for the family, some women used to take that food away to their home.
Also to supplement on this point, we also have a scenario whereby two people can join their hand and produce something in the garden. And the same case, there are some works that the woman are supposed designed for a woman to do. And the woman could even leave the work, nothing done on the work, like collecting food from the garden. They only leave food to get rotten in the garden. So at times, this man, when he realized that a woman has done such a thing, so that is where problem comes.
What I know very well is that our culture is not that good.
What
If
do
you are a woman, they just mistreat you to be a tractor, as he say. They used to work with their woman as they are working in tools. That's why they always brought what? Domestic violence.
Now
Yeah.
to supplement on that one also, here in our culture, a woman is always, to be a woman that is good, somebody can select that this woman, I'm going to marry this woman. The woman should be a hard-working lady.
Hey.
So, being a hard-working lady, with our culture, most of the work in the garden are really designed for the ladies. So there's no question of
What work, you man?
What is that one?
digging and bringing. Digging, you can dig
In other words,
everywhere.
harvesting.
Everything.
So it's only harvesting
Most
that
of
is
the
meant for
things,
women.
most of the
Harvesting,
things,
weeding, and the rest.
including
Everything.
digging
Weeding.
and harvesting,
What i-
everything.
So what's the man supposed to do in that case? Okay,
The man could go with a woman and dig, but most of the things concerning harvesting, bringing, preparing until
like
it is
weeding.
finished.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You as the
Weeding.
man in the family, what
Weeding.
is your responsibility then?
For him, his work is only to supervise. These things of mine are there. To what extent has reached? How many sacks so far now? That is the work of the man.
Responsible.
Well, the culture designed most of the work for women. So when I come back and I don't find the food, obviously there's someone who is not doing their job.
And obviously that someone has to receive some equal force.
Right. To make sure that they do their job. And it's quite sad, to tell you the truth. It's quite sad. But let's take a look at one of the leaders in a patch on the levels, on the relation of food scarcity to domestic violence. When we come back, you'll be telling us about other forms of domestic violence that you have seen.
And other causes apart from the scarcity of food.
Apart from scarcity of food. And of course, we'll look at what we can do to curb domestic violence. Take a look.
What I have to say is that there's a very big linkage between food security and violence, because a number of times these children, of course, want food. They want to eat food all the time. We asked even children, why were you beaten? Okay? And the children used to say either they took 50 shillings or it's food. So it means both food and even the income levels of the communities actually cause violence. Just imagine if your mom didn't have enough food and you said, we'll eat once a day and I'm keeping this for tomorrow. And the kid is hungry. Do you know what the kid is going to do? He's going to go and steal the food because he's hungry. And what is going to happen to this kid? He is either going to be battered or even the finger cut off because of the food. The reason why PSFU is in a patch is because this project we are doing here is basically focusing on improving the well-being of young children. Why? Because the young children are the future of this country. And as the private sector, it is very important that we invest in their development. We look at a number of things. One of them is reduction of violence against young children. And studies have shown, and also our research has shown, that the reason why these children are violated, some of the things is about income. Because there is no food at home, what happens? The child suffers. So it means our intervention has actually been able to look at organizing these communities, ensure that they have income generating activities, ensure that they're able to save and be able to borrow from each other so that at least they can have a secure home with food, a secure home with extra savings to cater for these children.
What are the other forms of domestic violence that women are facing? Even men, some men are
Also
victims.
torture.
One is denial to sex. Denial to sex. Yes.
So they
It's
deny
one
you.
of the very leading domestic
Have you
violence.
been denied before?
Could be. Yes. Time.
Do you think a woman is justified to tell you, I'm tired today, let me sleep?
I think so, because most of the women, they spend their time at garden, as earlier said.
Right.
They can deny it because they have overloaded their body with their work.
I do feel that sex is not for every day. This is what I feel. To have sex every day, no. So a man also needs to understand that though we are in a home, we are not.
Is it possible to understand that for a woman it's not every day, every day?
Yes, when he has talked to me about the problem which is having as per the day's program, I can agree and then accept. But
So if she has not
all the
talked to
time.
you,
Yes. But not should be all the time.
What normally brings some problems, it is about denying, after denying, you question a woman that, no, I want this, why are you not giving me? And the woman just decide to keep quiet, not giving any opinion for anything, and only keep quiet.
What are the other forms of domestic violence in a part?
Over drinking, when a man wake up in the morning, because why I'm saying this one, this youth now, they are full of over drinking now. They wake up in the morning, they went in the bar, they start drinking, and yet you have started drinking during morning, then then afternoon up to sunset, they came back home. They found that the woman is there. She wake up in the morning. She went to the garden. He came back. She prepared something for children at home and for him also there.
he also wants to eat.
This man came and started quarreling. Maybe he's coming with quarreling from there. Huh? This is my home. But for us, they say, Mantunganga. Kantura ya petura. Maybe hadahoko nga gamakan. Then he started from there and he came to home. The woman, let me say, this woman after hearing his husband's voice, maybe she just take her children. He ran away from the home. They leave the man come and get nobody here.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it is a high time for men now begin doing things together and make things flow, such that this kind of beating and misunderstanding on how to arrange work and do work together.
What is the leadership here doing
To reduce this domestic violence.
Do you have any action done at the LC level, village communities? Are they doing anything when
Oh,
your
the clan
wife...
leader. Yes.
We have a responsible father in the village there. They call a meeting, then discuss how to solve the problem.
To supplement is that when the case cannot be solved by the fatherhood, then this case must be transferred to LC1 so that we find a place, the way to solve it.
So responsible fatherhood clubs are helping.
Yes, we are helping a lot.
Right. Awesome. Yes. What you work for civil society? What are you doing?
There's a lot of sensitization going on to ensure that the community, the people are aware that there is equality between men and women, roles and responsibility for men and women, and shared responsibilities. So this is an initiative not only for the partners, development partners, even the government itself. It's engaging a lot of bringing in sensitization and empowering also women and creating awareness in them that they should know what they have as women, what they're supposed to do, and what they're not supposed to do, and also to take respect to their homes, to respect a man. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. We should know what we're supposed to do.
Well, for now, let's take a short break. When we come back, I love what you said. There are roles and responsibilities for men and women. And what we'll be asking after the break.
We'll be asking if it's possible for a man to actually help out in domestic chores at home. So that you find that if the woman is the one going to harvest, today the one washing the saucepans and cleaning the children. The man.
This man is shocked.